The title sequence you're about to see merely signified side-splitting humor, riotous entertainment, and a galaxy of superstars. But to others, it meant a whole lot more. In this week's program, we take a look at one of rock music's success stories, how one small television program changed the course of this phenomenon called rock and roll, and how one man became an idol for a generation. He was the perennial background figure in a host of major careers and always shunned the limelight, electing to exercise his growing reputation in a series of crucial behind-the-scenes moves. Soon, his influence in the business was legendary, a shadowy figure playing a key role, content to remain anonymous until, on a whim, he chose to emerge from his London hideaway to front a new kind of TV show, a show that would change rock's unpredictable path. This is his story.
Hello, welcome.
It was here, from this very office, that for more than 2 decades, the subject of our show ran his music empire. A word here, a helping hand there, were enough to establish a near mythic status. But then, something happened. He decided to go public. Jonathan Ross came out. Mr. Ross.
Paul, please. It's Jonathan.
So why, Jonathan, after all those years, after all that influence, why choose to step in front of the cameras?
Frankly, Paul, I was bored. In the beginning, I was happy to stay unknown. It was enough for me to have bought Jimmy his first guitar.
Hendrix?
To have told Bobby Dylan to forget all that folk rubbish and to rock out, to go electric. I was content to knock around with these guys, offer them a few words of advice, but to keep my head down. As the press said at the time, I shunned publicity.
Surely your involvement went deeper than that. What about your title, King Poobah of Punk?
Listen, Paul, Johnny and Malcolm, they were bright boys. They listened well. They were shrewd, but I didn't want the attention then.
So you want it now?
Paul, working behind the scenes, there's only so much you can achieve. I mean, I'll have an idea, and it will take literally months to filter through. But this way, I can change the entire direction of the music industry every week. And Paul, I do.
The words of a true musical prophet.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about science books. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geometry. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slide rules for. But I know that 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. And now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. I think that maybe by being an A student, baby, then I could win your love. Oh, baby, if I go a million miles away, I'd write a letter each and every day, 'cause I know that nothing, oh, nothing will ever change this love I have for you. Oh, baby, make me weep, and you can make me cry. coming, baby, and you can pass me by. 'Cause I know that nothing, oh, nothing will ever change this love I have for you. 'Cause you're the apple of my eye, you're a cherry pie. Wow, your cake and ice cream, and all you got sugar and spice, and everything nice. The girl of my dreams, but if you wanted to leave me at home, when you got back to me, baby, all I do is just say, welcome home. 'Cause I know that nothing will ever change this love I have for you. Hey,
Paul Young, veteran of failed beat groups and a third-rate heavy metal band, was going nowhere fast till he met Ross.
Yeah, I remember the first day I met him. We were playing in this club in London, and we just come to the end of our set, and we always do the old favourites, so we did Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly. It's about 10 minutes long, and we were really whacked. So anyway, I wasn't expecting anybody to be along, you know, and I didn't know what he looked like. Nobody I knew had met him. I just heard about this character who came in to clubs, see a talent, sign them up, and bang, that'd be it. You know, they'd be high in the sky. So I came off, and there was this guy backstage. He wasn't saying anything. He was very quiet, very well dressed, and but he just was just kept looking at me to start off with. And I was a bit suspicious of that, mainly because of the kind of club we were playing.
And it was Ross?
Yes, that was Ross, but, you know, if only he'd introduced himself. I just hope he forgives me for that black eye.
Once their careers are underway, do you still get the stars calling up for help?
Paul, the phone is always ringing, and you know, it's always the same thing. Cigar, Paul?
No, thanks, no.
Those poor lads worrying their heads away, trying to come up with new hits. You know what I tell them, Paul? Do you know what I tell them, Paul?
What do you tell them?
I say to them, plunder the classics. Georgie Gershwin, Cole Porter, Rodgers and Hart. Now, they're what I call real songs. Cover them and you'll have a hit. You'll make yourself a mint.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere waiting to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere waiting to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say
Simply Red followed a Ross recommendation and took that Cole Porter song into the top 20. Sting was another artist who heeded the master's typically sound advice and enjoyed tremendous results with this Gershwin classic.
There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and you shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain girl I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found her yet. She's the big affair I cannot forget. Only girl I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add her initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherdess for this lost lamb? I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watch over me. Won't you tell her please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Although I may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to her heart I'll carry the key. Won't you tell her please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me.
Welcome back. One of the most emotional moments in The Last Resort, a series charged with tears and laughter, came when Jonathan was reunited with one particular music business legend, one who more than any other had his image masterminded by Ross. You first met him back in the 60s?
60. He was mad, but he was a main man. I mean, he had everything going for him. He still has, of course, but he was the ace. He was the face. He was always on the scene. He knew everybody. He would come to a party, he would change the light, you know, the light bulb to a red bulb so everybody looked good, especially Jonathan. And he knew who to grease the palms. And in fact, he was responsible for a lot of people's careers. I was called Paul Raven then. And then there was Crispy and St. Peter. Rod Stewart. Oh, it's great times. There was a moment in the 70s when he was I thought he was absolutely crazy, gone completely bonkers, you know. I mean, gone, you know. I'd got this great idea for a new image, which I was sure was going to sweep across the world. I was going to be mega, you know. And it was, well, I tell you, it was, you know, leather jacket, spiky hair, you know, a lot of gobbing and spitting and all this, giving it, hey, where you going, my son? A lot of that, you know, really up rock and roll. And Jonathan came along and he said, I've got something better. And of course, being Jonathan, I mean, we had to cop an ear, you know.
But you didn't believe him?
Well, I mean, he came up with this idea that I should wear a Baco foil suit. Can you imagine? And orthopedic shoes like this. Would you have believed him?
We've seen how Jonathan Ross deals on a day-to-day basis with superstars like Sting and Gary Glitter. I wondered if he still has the time to promote new talent, to give the little guy a chance.
Of course, Paul. That's vital. In my role as champion of the musical underdog, it's my responsibility, it's my duty, to give those young kids all the help I can. Listen, it's not something I brag about, but I spend a lot of time in the company of young offenders and in wayward boys' homes. Take Chris Isaac. He was a feckless youth until I gave him a copy of Roy Orbison's greatest hits and a tremolo unit. And now look at him.
On a lonely highway, blue hotel. Life don't work out my way. Hotel on a lonely highway, blue hotel.
I did the self-same thing for the Big O many, many years ago when I gave him those sunglasses. It's those little details that can make or break a career.
It goes to my room every night, just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night. I softly say a silent prayer, like dreamers do. Then I fall asleep to dream my dreams of you. In dreams I walk with you. In dreams I talk to you. In dreams you're mine. All the time we're together. In dreams, but just before the dawn, I awake and find you gone. I can't help it, I can't help it if I cry. I remember that you said goodbye. If the world only can only happen in beautiful dreams.
Well, I met Mr. Ross ages ago. I was at music college for a few years, and naturally I really wanted to work with him. But, you know, he needed someone with a bit more experience. But he did put me in touch with this guy, Elvis Costello, who was a very angry young man at the time. And I went off and worked with him. I spent 10 years on the road with this funny little show band. We did some jolly little tunes like Oliver's Army, Watching the Detectives, and some of them even did quite well. And then finally, the phone rang. I couldn't believe it. It was Jonathan Ross. And when he said to me, "Steve, I think you're ready," I was the happiest guy in town. Yeah, my life has changed completely since I met Mr. Ross. I've had to sell the flat because I can't afford to keep it on. And I've even had to send my children away. But I think it's worth it just to serve Mr. Ross. He's such a great guy. Well, people say, "Steve, why do you do his laundry? Why do you walk his dog? Why do you clean his flat?" Well, it's either that or go back to all that angry music. Shall I get your laundry now? Sorry, Mr. Ross, I won't disturb you till it's dinner time. I'll bring you dinner.
Throughout his career, Ross has been especially linked with British pop, Southern rhythm and blues, the sound of Detroit, and the development of the Hawaiian hula. I wonder, is there any kind of music he doesn't like?
Well, Paul, people do say that I have no affinity with country music. They say that being a city boy, I have no time for the rural. musics, but nothing could be further from the truth. You know, they were even thinking about renaming the Grand Ole Opry after me. They wanted to have my name just above it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ross, but it's Mr. Jackson on the line from Los Angeles.
I'm going to have to take this one. Just bear with me, Paul. Michael, baby, how's it hanging? Yeah, good, good. Listen, how'd it go with Whitney? Oh, really? You know, she told me that as well. She what? Ooh. OK, well, listen, Michael, give us a call when I've got more time. OK, yeah, hang loose, big buddy. Ciao. Crazy guy. Hasn't got many friends, you know. Anyway, as I was saying, country music. You know, they don't call me Hank Williams True Air for nothing.
Hold back the rushing minutes, make the wind lie still. Don't let the moonlight shine across the lonely hill. Dry all the raindrops and hold back the sun. My world is ended, my baby's gone. The milkman whistles softly as he walks up to my door. The mailman brings letters by just like he did before. They seem so busy all day long, as if there's nothing wrong. Don't they know the world is ended, my baby's gone. Hold back the rushing minutes, make the wind lie still. Don't let the moonlight shine across the lonely hill. Dry all the raindrops and hold back the sun. My world is ended, my baby's gone. Sometimes I wake up in the night and realize you're gone. And then I toss upon my bed and wait for day to come. I try to tell my lonely heart it must go on alone, but it cries the world is ended, my baby's gone. Hold back the rushing minutes, make the wind lie still. Don't let the moonlight shine across the lonely hill. Dry all the raindrops and hold back the sun. My world is ended, my baby's gone. My world is ended, my baby's gone. Hold back the rushing minutes.
Perhaps one of the music industry's best-kept secrets has been the fundamental role Ross played in the formation, encouragement, and direction of rock's most legendary group, four fab fellas from Liverpool, the Beatles. I spoke to George Martin, the Mop Tops producer throughout their career, about Ross's involvement.
According to the boys, Jonathan was around from the very beginning, you know, before the Cavern, before Hamburg even. He used to lig around the same joints and with the same crowd and chase the same birds. Do you remember there was a great deal of fuss in the papers at one time about the fifth Beatle?
That was Ross?
Well, he'd been helping out a great deal in the studios around about the time of Revolver, and the boys had a bit of a writer's block, but he was bursting with creativity and a great motivator, and it was just really marvelous. But fifth Beatle, he'd turn them down.
Don't get around much anymore. I thought that business was blood, not as far as the door. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, it's all in, I guess. My mind's more at ease. Why bring back memories? I've been invited on today. I might have gone through one more. Awfully different without you, little darling. Well, I don't get around much anymore. Come on, boy. luxury. I don't get around much anymore.
And so we've seen how Jonathan Ross has become inextricably associated with all kinds of music, from jazz to experimental to light orchestral. But surely it's soul music that's the style closest to his heart. It is, after all, the one musical genre that owes its very existence to Ross.
Well, things get exaggerated, Paul.
But didn't you single-handedly champion soul music?
I don't like to take all of the credit.
Some historians even claim that you named it.
Come on. Who said that?
Characteristic modesty from the man known from Detroit to Memphis as the grandfather of soul.
Godfather.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening come, watching the tide roll in, then I'll watch him roll away again. Oh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. Oh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide go away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Lord, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide go away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
You know, Paul, in Harlem, they still call me Soul Brother #1. Don't forget, I also dreamed up gospel music. You know, I was reading the Bible a lot of the time. In fact, I still do. Paul, I'd like you to have one. Let me sign it for you. I've marked a couple of the good bits. I think you might enjoy it.
I never knew moments to take my breath away like these moments with you. You always amaze me, the way you relax me. I'm melting and I don't know what to do. Hey, when love comes calling, you don't need to understand. Everyone wants to take your hand when love comes calling for you. Open your door and see it through. game. I thought out all my moves, altering his path. No way, no high. Oh God, I'm willing to give her my heart. Just knowing her, she made me see that when love comes calling, you don't need to understand if it wants to take your hand. When love comes calling for you, open your door and see it through. Yeah. Hey, it's funny how the days are long when she's far away. For someone like me who's never felt this way, to be a part of you is
So exciting.
oh,
So inviting.
hey, I'm celebrating. I'm escalating. Oh, when love comes calling, you don't need to understand if it wants to take your hand. When love comes calling for you, open your door, open your door. Yeah. Calling, calling, yeah. You, open your door, open your door. Woo. Don't let it slip away. Get some of this love today. You, open your door and see it through.
The great thing about Mr. Ross was, more than any other person, he loved the music. Just that was the bottom line for me. Just loved it, and yet he was never afraid to try something new. In fact, I remember the time that he took me to one side and he put his arm around me and said, "Paul, I've been meaning to say something to you for quite a while now." And I said, "What was that, Mr. Ross?" And up until then, you know, I suppose you could say I was stuck in a rut. I'd been doing the old classics I was known for a long time then, you know, Stairway to Heaven, been a long time since a rock and roll, and all of those songs. And he said, "Why not have a change of direction?" I said, "What do you mean, Mr. Ross, sir?" And he said, "Just you need a new style. Time has come for a change." And I said, "What kind of thing do you mean, Mr. Ross?" And have a guess at what he said.
Soul?
Buggy, you've heard it.
Everybody's got somebody, yes they do, alright. And everybody's got their own way of saying, "I love you," yes they have. The sooner you say it, the better it is. The easiest way you do it, the better it feels. Just make sure that when you say it, you meet the deal. Oh yeah. The SYSLJFM, say go sweet love just for me. PKWINTM, you don't know what it means to me. DETYSLA, don't ever take the sweet love away. ICLM and LTW, I can't live now like that way. Whoa! the better it feels. Just stay sure when you say you better make me feel. Yeah, the YCCMALT, you can call me any old time. TCAXYTU, to come and help you to unwind. SYSLJFM, save the sweet love just for me. DKWIMTM, you don't know what it means to me. DETYSLA, don't ever take the sweet love away. ICLMLTW, I can't live not die that way. YCCMALT, you can call me any more time. TCAHYTU, come and help you to unwind. Yeah, I sent a letter to my baby. Well, and I'm making sure that with a loving kiss, alright. Yeah, that's a letter song.
Of all the celebrities and artists who owe their careers to Jonathan Ross, there is one who perhaps personifies, above all, the Ross style. A shy, introverted young man from the Welsh valleys, a frail, timid youth who grew up to be Tom Jones.
I'm confident that even without my help, he would have done fairly well.
You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I'll show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. You've gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you wanna impress me. You can't be too flirty, mama. I know how to undress me. Let me be your fantasy, and maybe you could be mine. You just leave it all up to me, and we can have a good time. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Women and girls rule my world. I say they rule my world. At your age, mama, not your shoe size. Maybe we could do the twirl. You don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. You just leave it all up to me. My love will be your food. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
So, Jonathan, few people have led such a varied and influential career as you. Do you ever think that you've done it all, that you should perhaps retire?
Retire? Me? Paul, you've got to be kidding. I've only just begun. Let me tell you, there's a whole galaxy of undiscovered stars out there. Kids who need me, who need what only I can give them. I'm going to be back soon with a brand new series of The Last Resort, bringing you the newest and most exciting talent around. I'll be nurturing the flickering flame of stardom, polishing the rough edges on these ghost youngsters out there. I won't be making the stars.
Fittingly, Ross's epitaph will be written by those he helped, those lowly musicians looking for some direction in the maze of the entertainment industry. Our last words must come from them.
The man has so much talent. I mean, he's handsome, debonair, he's charming, he speaks well, he has a way with women, he's cheeky, he's sexy. I hate him.
No, without Ross, there would have been no Beatles, no Stones, no Barry Manilow. Now, on second thoughts, there would have been Barry Manilow.
Mr. Ross has always been more than a mentor to me, more than a friend, really. He's like family. In fact, he's like a father to me. In fact, Jonathan Ross is my father.
The woman's looking out just to make a break. Touch to the shit, they're gonna sit and I stick. I wanna stick around while I get my kick. Let it rock. Everybody.